Of all Jerusalem's holy sites, the workplace of an ancient priest is where inventor Daniel Farb draws inspiration.
Well, right, that's the location. It's built over the location where the Holy Temple stood.
And Ben Katina served there?
That's right. Ben Katina was the high priest at the time.
The time, 2,500 years ago. The man, Ben Katina, a Jewish priest and inventor of plumbing technologies. The machine, what Farb calls the Ben Katina hydroelectric turbine. Unlike the big hydro turbines, the ones that generate electricity from the flow of rivers, the Ben Katinas are awfully small. They attach to city pipes running on water systems, sewage flows, even rainwater. That means even landlocked cities, think of Atlanta or Phoenix or Dallas, they could produce emission-free hydroelectricity.
The important thing about energy and what we're doing is that there's a real need worldwide for every place in the world to advance to the category of being in a sustainable environment and sustainable production.
Since its founding, the state of Israel has depended almost entirely on imported energy, especially difficult given Israel's neighbors. So the country is searching for unconventional power sources and working with its closest ally, the United States, to bolster energy security.
There's nothing like confronting a challenge to force you to come up with new and better solutions.
American Andrea Yonan is with a U.S.-Israeli governmental joint venture promoting industrial research and development.
It's forced them since the very beginning to think outside of the box, to be able to come up with solutions to challenging issues.
Over the last 3 years, the Foundation and the U.S. Department of Energy have given about $10 million to more than a dozen U.S.-Israeli joint clean energy projects. Projects involving solar energy, grid technology, biodiesel fuel development, projects for the energy challenges both countries face.
I think both sides by themselves can't do what they can do together. You know,
It's synergy.
It's wonderful synergy.
A synergy that could include what's just below the surface of the Red Sea off the coast of Eilat. Here, another Israeli energy innovation is beginning to take shape. And that shape looks something like a Lego.
We are assembling here inside the tower and the wind turbine on top of it.
Kobe Bernhack is one of the minds behind Ocean Bricks. These are just scaled down models. The real things are giant cement blocks, hollow so they can float, big enough to support a wind turbine.
Compared to the other systems, we no need to use the big cranes, the big ships, the all expensive diving.
Unlike wind turbines off the coasts of Europe or China, places where the turbines are attached to the sea floor, Bernhack says ships would tow the ocean bricks out to sea. Wind turbines already in place.
As I said, it's hollow inside. We open the valves here, controlling by computer, of course.
And down it goes.
And down it goes on the seabed.
And down there, once you plug in the turbine's transmission cables and the wind starts blowing, they start sending emission-free electricity to the power grid. 6 pieces like this are now sitting in the Red Sea.
50 meters from here.
And those 6 ocean bricks are playing another environmental role. To see for ourselves, our Energy Now team donned wetsuits.
It's a little tight. In places I don't want to show on camera.
And let ourselves sink into the Red Sea. The submerged ocean bricks, they can become artificial coral reefs, potentially replacing some of the natural reefs lost to environmental changes. Bernhack's company planted these bricks about 3 years ago, and the marine life in this corner of the Red Sea really seems to like the idea.
Pretty cool.
Wind turbines embedded on those bricks, for now they exist only in computer animation. But Bernhack has a vision, and it involves the United States. If offshore wind farms ever come to the U.S., right now we're still only in the planning stages, Bernhack says ocean bricks will be the most cost-effective choice.
Only to build 1 megawatt offshore, and now price, the existing price is around $6 million.
And with your set, the price
we
would
can
be?
cut the price about $3.5 million.
Planting ocean bricks off the North Atlantic coast would be another example of the American-Israeli clean energy partnership.
Israel brings its innovation, its technology, its thinking out of the box ways, and the U.S. brings the ability to take those new technologies and bring them to market.
Exactly what Daniel Farb wants for his other clean energy ideas.
This foil shape here is meant to accelerate the wind coming into the wind turbine.
Almost like a funnel?
It's in a sense like a funnel.
That's just a model. This is the prototype for his more energy efficient wind turbine design, the wind tulip. What Farb calls another example of Israeli innovation made for the U.S. market.
In Israel, there's a very innovative way of thinking, which to some extent you have on the West Coast as well. But here I'd say it's more scientific innovation, and it's more concentrated.
And maybe more inspirational as well. Farb is already scouting locations for his Ben Katina turbines in Jerusalem.
The holiness of the location helps inspire one to be more intellectually productive.
And you're seeing the results so far?
I hope so. I hope so.
In Israel, Tyler Suiters, Energy Now.